Hey everyone, it's Beth. So I'm just going to talk to you today about the new Twitter that I created for Celtics Girl Talk. Um, like everyone else, I created my Twitter homepage and I kind of made it in conjunction with my blog, Celtics Girl Talk. I wanted to keep the same name just to make it consistent. Um, Also, with the design, I did it the same as well, just keeping the Celtic screen and keeping it white just to make a clean overall appearance and something pretty simple that anyone wouldn't be distracted by. Also, you could see that right now, this is an older screenshot, but um, I have more posts now, but earlier today I had 5 tweets and only 6 followers, and I'm following 50 people. So, what am I doing? The main objective that I am going to target this semester is to get the information out about the Boston Celtics to my following base, about the focus on the 2013 and 14 season, it being a rebuilding year, with new coaches and new players, how they are doing during the season, and what's to be expected within the Celtics organization. I also, another underlying objective is I want to get more women involved in sports coverage and let them know and get them involved with what's going on with the Celtics organization. Um, just from my past experiences in college, being going to a school in Massachusetts, a lot of the girls do follow the sports, but they don't actually know enough to become like hardcore fans, I guess. So this blog, I want to just try to focus on making it simple, breaking it down, and just getting the word out to them. Also, some of my strategies for doing this is just to build and maintain a social media presence, get connected with my influencers and followers, as well as building the conversations within this community. So, with my followers and influencers, and just getting my work and other people's work out there, with what's going on right now with the Celtics. So this week, like everyone else, I just established my Twitter homepage that I will be using to connect it with my blog. So the hashtags going forward, I used to search were Celtics, the NBA, Brad Stevens, Boston Celtics. I didn't include it on here. I also did some of the players that are currently on the team just to see if anything would show up. So I'll get to it, as we go on. So my first website I looked at was Topsy. Topsy was definitely actually very helpful when it came for me to look up the information I wanted. These were just 2 screenshots. The one on the left is when I used the hashtag Celtics, and the one on the right is when I kind of refined it a little bit more and said Boston Celtics. Um, as you can see, they're 2 completely different screenshots, but I'm trying to get the same stuff. Like for Celtics, I came up with Boston Celtics, and then it goes into um, the soccer team over in England, I believe, the Celtic team. So it was definitely not as refined, but just weeding through things, there are still Boston Celtics information and so forth in there, which was good, but it wasn't exactly what I needed. Boston Celtics obviously had a little bit more, so um, it was a little bit harder just to tone down. So this is when I would throw in just more hashtags or keywords just to kind of break everything down a little bit. So Hootsuite was what really helped a lot with finding people to talk to and finding really what the community was talking about. Hootsuite had everything from um, my hashtags that I showed you before, and it allowed me to break it down even further into where I wanted to go with it. Through Hootsuite, I actually found out about Baxter Holmes. He's a writer in the Boston area, and he definitely was one of the main influencers um, going forward and finding some stories that were actually definitely very interesting. So going forward, I'm definitely going to want to try to connect with him and just form that connection. So clout was actually another good thing as well. Um, it allowed me to find out some more people that write about the Celtics and are familiar with the organization. Jay King was one of them. Sean Grand was another one. He's a sideline reporter. And obviously Baxter Holmes was in there as well. So all three of these people were definitely someone that I decided to follow since they are local beat writers and sideline reporters in the Boston area. And it also helps that to know that the information that they are going to be putting out there is something that um, is credible and not something that could be overlooked by anyone other than the Celtics. So pretty much who I am following. I have, as you can see, Sean Green on here too. I have a lot of media outlets like ESPN Boston, um, Bleacher Report for the Boston Celtics, and a couple of the fan websites. I also have the Boston Celtics official Twitter stream and a couple more reporters. I have the TD Garden where they play, and they always do updates about what's going on. I have a couple more blogs, and obviously, as you can see, I have a good amount of the players. I don't have all of them on there, but you get the picture with the amount that I do have. Um, so they're all going to be helpful with knowing what's going on, seeing any personal stories or any stories going on within the Celtics that would be interesting to write about or interesting that the people would want to see. So my blog posts so far. So far I have, I believe, 6 blog posts. I want to try to get more information up there as far as like photos and videos are concerned. Just because it is just, I wanted to keep it a black and white, simple background, but looking at it here, it does look a little bit boring. So I definitely want to get some more photos and possibly some video up there within the next couple of posts to going forward. Um, so the stats for this week, they were actually not bad considering what I was doing. I found that during the days where they do have games, it was their preseason that this past week that just finished. I did have more activity. On the 21st, they had a preseason game, and I did a post. Um, and I found that I got more hits and more views on that day than on like a couple days later when no one, like nothing was really going on or no news stories have come out. So I'm gonna definitely try to keep that in mind for the future, just to focus my posts around upcoming game days or anything that is going to be going on significant within the organization where people are going to be searching and looking for any Celtics news. So that's going to be something important moving forward. One thing that I wish I got started on this a little bit earlier. I understand that it was my fault on that. So I don't really have any clicks going through. But hopefully this week I will definitely be able to see a big change in what is going on since preseason is now over and the regular season has begun. So there's definitely going to be a lot of talk in the Boston area, especially with their sports team, how their sports teams are doing right now. They'll want to be informed with the Celtics come Friday night. So Hootsuite, like I said, was a very important website for me to follow. This is where I found a lot of my influencers and people that I decided to follow throughout my Twitter feed. Um, this is going to be a big part in how I will be retweeting and getting the information out there and just trying to form conversations with one another. I also think it will be important for me to definitely refine the keywords a little bit more. I showed you the Celtics, Brad Stevens, and Boston Celtics. I'll have to put ones with more keywords, but I'll have to make sure that they go. I did a couple with just the Celtics and Brad Stevens, and it would come up with 2 or 3 tweets. So I definitely will have to play around with it just to make sure that I'm getting what I want and getting correct and viable information. So just for my overall concluding thoughts, I think I set myself up to become very active with these posts and focusing on my mission, providing highlights of the new Boston Celtics organization. Um, Also actively partaking in sports blogs and tweets involving women journalists in sports have become, they're not as out there as they should be. I think this is a good platform just to start and see kind of where this is going to take us. Also, I want to provide a female perspective on the Boston Celtics and the NBA. Like I said in the last one, it hasn't really been done before, so it's just kind of new ground. So if anyone has any suggestions or thoughts, just let me know. And also, I will be able to see more in the following weeks the impacts that the Facebook and Twitter has affected my blog. I'm definitely going to try to focus my tweets and blogs to my influencers as well as getting the stories up and out there when I know that a game day is coming up where someone's going to be looking for that information. So I'm kind of interested to see where this is going to take me, and I look forward to continuing this next week. So see you later, guys. Thanks.